But yeah, it should be interesting to see what the supporting cast can do for Hinsdale Central. And now we're joined by the defending state championship coach, Mike Adams.
Skyler, thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll get right into it. You've had a really impressive run and obviously a lot of talented kids, but you lost a lot of talented kids last year. Was there a moment maybe in the off season or when you saw some of these younger kids taper last year that you were like, we're going to be okay?
Well, I think what you try to do is each and every year you take the kids that you have, try to make them better. And if you start off with 45 swimmers, you try to make each one of them better and take it from there. So, kids develop at different rates, different levels. As a swim coach, you're always worried about, next year, the year after that.
Talk a little bit about the medley relay, because that's sort of become like this, your standard of excellence. You're going for 9 straight top 6s in the medley relay, and that's real impressive because obviously freestylers, a lot of guys can put together a 50 or 100 free, but to have those 3 odd strokers and the sprinter, it's pretty unbelievable.
We just try to work with our kids, have them work on all 4 strokes, not just 1 stroke, and the kids want those positions. So they're constantly vying for, if it's backstroke or fly, they're constantly looking to get that position. So, again, we just try to work all 4 strokes, not just 1 stroke, and I think that's probably the reason that we're kind of well-rounded.
Talk a little bit about your day yesterday. I was at the meet, and you swam great. I felt, though, that everyone was very loose, when I watched the swimmers before the races, after the races, and it didn't seem like, that they were feeling any sort of pressure at all.
You try to get them to relax as much as possible. A few of them might have been a little too relaxed, but, it's the pressure's there, but you've got to relax and you can't take it too seriously, which sounds absolutely crazy, but if you think about it too much, you drive each other nuts.
But certainly there is pressure being in your position. You're the defending champs, and certainly there's a lot of talent there. You got a group of seniors that's really come through for this year. Jeff DePue's been around. It seems like he's like a 6th or 7th year senior. He's been on the state team so often. And then Pat May, Steven Vandeventer are sort of the new kids on the block, but they've really come through for you this year.
We get contributions from all levels. Steven stepped up, Pat stepped up, but really all the kids have stepped up. And that's just something we try to get each and every one of them to do.
Sean Lahane's another one, won the 200 free yesterday, and has really been a breakout star on the backstroke this year, and really given Jeff all that he wants every time out. How good and important do you think it is to have that competition with such great swimmers like that?
Well, Jeff and Sean have pushed each other all year in practice. One time, one will beat the other. So it's been very good for both of them.
Is it different with these newer guys? We talk about Vandeventer and May and Lahane. Do they understand what it means to be at that state level? Like, do DePue and Weeks, do they talk to them about that?
Again, we just have to relax, get ready to go for this week, and we just cannot be overwhelmed by the moment. I thought for the most part yesterday we did fairly well, got a number of people through, and we just have to step it up this week.
Is there a team goal that these kids have put out there for themselves to say, we lost a lot to graduation, but we still need to show that we have a lot of talent on this team?
I don't think it's so much that. I just think that when kids swim together year after year after year, and whatever balance is going to start, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, you've swum with your dad, you know all the hours that it takes. It's just, there are different ways to coach and to run a swim team. And, you know, you see it each and every year. And that's a great thing about our, you know, athletics, is that you can coach it, people the way you want. But it's a short season, you know, and if you try to be good all the time, you know, it's going to be hard.
You mentioned it's a short season, so is club swimming something that you push hard on your guys to say,
Absolutely. I wish all of our kids, and if you're listening out there, all of you guys need to swim club this summer and fall. The more of you that do, the faster you're going to be. I wish they would all listen, but they don't.
We need to make that like a public service announcement.
No, I'm serious. Actually, I think we have a lot of swimmers here, and I hope they're listening. If you want to be good, you need to train in the off season.
Well, obviously you said all the kids. Illinois is such a fast and competitive state. Is that something that you take pride in, being able to compete in a state like this?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have so many great coaches and great swimmers in our state. I mean, every year, you know, you're at JO's or you're at some other meet, and it's like, you know, who's this team? I've never heard of this team. And it's like, you know, this guy's been doing a great job for years. I mean, it's amazing. Our state is just loaded with great talent.
You've been in Naperville Central for quite a while. Talk about this sort of shift that happened in Naperville when it sort of exploded and has really become the hotbed of the suburbs.
I missed that. The hotbed of what?
Of the suburbs in terms of the talent.
You know, but I would agree and disagree. I mean, you've got great talent everywhere. You know, you've got great talent on the North Shore. You've got great talent in the private schools. You know, the talent is everywhere. So it's not just our area. I mean, our area is very competitive. We've got a lot of great swimmers and coaches. But really, if you look, the talent's everywhere. I mean, you've got some great talent downstate coming up to, you know, show us, you know, everything. And it's just a tribute to our entire state.
Is the city rivalry with Nequa and Naperville North, you think that's something that helps motivate your kids to swim year-round, the ones that do?
You know, the rivalry is there, but that would not be, you know
it's not the number one reason?
It's not like well, I mean, you want to do your best every time you're out there. But if you are trying to win and swim fast every meet, this is just my philosophy, so I'm probably wrong. You know, that's just not what we do.
On a lighter note, talk about these beard growing contests that Jeff Depew has embraced. Has he told you about this?
I'm afraid to find out what Jeff is up to. What is he up to?
Apparently, he challenged our friend Matt Elliott over here to a beard growing contest through Facebook. And so I went down to Peoria and interviewed him, and he told me about this. And then we had an unfortunate editing incident. We lost the interview. We had to go down yesterday morning at 5 a.m. and do it again. And he was shaved, and I told Jeff about it. I said, you know, Matt shaved his beard.
I know what we're talking about, yes. Right now, Jeff is looking a little bit like Abraham Lincoln. I have not seen Matt Elliott. I guess Matt shaved. But no, Jeff's looking a little bit like Abraham Lincoln right now.
Did you try and get him to grow the mustache like you said?
No.
Well, hopefully that'll be gone come Friday anyway, right?
I would hope so.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
Okay.
I know you'll have the kids ready. Good luck.
Okay, Skylar, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys covering us all year.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Coach Mike Adams of the defending state champion Naperville Central Redhawks. Another great team, another